Hi, I'm Sarah DeCiccio. I'm a certified holistic health coach. I'm the founder of Finding Your Well Spot, and I'm also partnered with USANA Health Sciences. So today I thought I would teach you how to make a bulletproof latte. So of course, a lot of people love drinking bulletproof coffee, which is super healthy for you. It's super delicious. I have one probably once or twice a week because I don't do well with caffeine. I don't even do well with coffee necessarily. So I don't drink coffee every day, but when I do, I always have a bulletproof coffee. So if you don't know what a bulletproof coffee is, basically you're taking a good quality coffee and you're adding fat to it, like coconut oil, MCT oil. You could also add grass-fed butter to it. All that kind of fat, you're blending it. You have to blend it. You can't just stir it in because it's not the same thing. You blend it in and you drink it, and it keeps you extremely satiated, gives you lots of energy. It feeds your brain because your brain needs good, healthy fats to be sharp. So for people who are on low-fat diets or don't believe in fat because they think they're going to get fat from eating fat, that's not true. That is such the old way of thinking. Bad fats, of course, are still bad for you, like the trans fats, the oils like vegetable oil or canola oil. I would stay away from that. But the good healthy fats like coconut oil, MCT oil, butter, like grass-fed butter, ghee, all those kinds of oil, avocado oil, is really good for you, and your body needs healthy fats so you can actually burn more fat. Your brain uses fat for it to function, so you're much sharper, you're much smarter if you're consuming fats, plus you have a good chance of losing weight. Now, I know for some this may be hard to believe, but my family and I, we consume a lot of good healthy fats and none of us are overweight, okay? And I can promise you that because my family on one side, I love them to death if they're watching this, but they're mostly, fluffier people, and I take after that side, and I have not gained any weight from being on a high-fat diet. You do need to watch. If you do have gallbladder issues, for some it's going to be hard for you to digest because if your gallbladder has been taken out, your gallbladder is what's responsible for digesting your fats. So if you're experiencing some pain, you might have to decrease the amount until your body gets used to it and produces more enzymes to actually digest the fats. As well, like you want to start off slow too if you're introducing fats, because sometimes you can have some loose poops from having too much fat in your diet if your body's not used to it. Once your body adjusts, it's great. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a bulletproof latte, and I'm going to teach you how to make a cold one because now that we're getting into the warmer weather, personally for myself, I don't always like drinking hot beverages, even as much as I love coffee, because if I'm already hot in the morning, I don't want something warm. I want something cold, but I still want that great flavor of the coffee. So here I have 2 cups of brewed hot coffee. I'm going to pour that into my blender. And then for me, you can add, for bulletproof coffee, you usually add grass-fed butter. So my family and I, we can't do dairy. It just doesn't agree with us, even if it is grass-fed. So you could do ghee, which is clarified butter. Clarified butter, you can even make it yourself, but basically you're taking out the casein protein that affects most people who are intolerant or sensitive to dairy. So you could use clarified butter if you like. For me, because I really like a creamy coffee, that's always been my thing, I'm using full-fat coconut milk, and I'm just going to pour a few tablespoons of that into my coffee to blend it, because then it really makes it a delicious latte, because lattes, of course, have that creaminess to it, and so I'm just going to add a little bit of that to, splashing everywhere, to mine. Then, of course, I told you about you can add coconut oil. So when you're buying coconut oil, you want to make sure it's unrefined, organic, cold-pressed coconut oil, okay? If it's refined, then all the good nutrition of it's eliminated. So you want to make sure it's unrefined. But today, instead of using coconut oil, I'm going to use MCT oil. MCT oil is also a medium-chain triglyceride. It is good, healthy fat for you, especially if you're doing ketogenic diets, which is the new big thing right now. That's coming back. It's old. It's very old science, but now people are becoming more aware of it again. You could add in a couple tablespoons of the MCT oil, or again, if you are brand new to healthy fats, you might want to start with half a tablespoon to 1 tablespoon just till you get used to it, because I wouldn't want you to be going on the toilet all the time with that. Now to make it extra special, like for me, I love adding a good quality vanilla into mine because I love to have a little bit of that sweetness and vanilla flavor. Again, it just reminds me of that latte. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that. And then for those who even want to do a mocha, so if you want to make a mocha out of it, you could add in a good quality cacao powder. Okay, or if you only have cocoa powder, that's fine too, but make sure it doesn't have added sugar, because again, sugar is what makes us fat. That's why lattes are not good for us, because they're so full of sugar. That's what's making us fat. So there's no sugar in this. That's what's great about it, because we're sweetening it up with the vanilla. You can sweeten it up with cinnamon if you want to make a mocha out of it, and you could do the cacao powder, which has no added sugar, but that chocolate sweetness will make it sweeter for you. And even the creaminess of the coconut milk, it just kind of gives it that sweetness flavor to it, in my opinion. So once you have everything added to it, you're just going to blend it. And again, if you are blending hot liquids, remember you need a little spout so the steam can have a place to go so you don't explode anywhere. So. Okay, so now we're done. So now we're getting that frothiness. You'll see that there's going to be foam at the top, so it's like a latte. And then again, because we want it to be cold, because it's hot out and we don't want to necessarily drink hot beverages all the time, I just pour it over a bunch of ice cubes, so you can have it a cool like that, or you could actually just blend the ice cubes right in and have it for like a little tasty dessert that way. So again, Bulletproof Coffee, it's great because it has the healthy fats, so it's going to keep you satiated for hours. You are going to have, your brain is going to be working much better because your brain needs fat so it can be extremely sharp. So it's going to cut the cravings as well, because the fat is what's going to help us stay away from all that sugar. When we have no fat in our diet, that's when we crave a lot of sugar. And remember, sugar is responsible for making us fat, not good, healthy fats. And it's great even if you want to take it before a workout. If you want to keep your energy levels steady, you could also do a Bulletproof Coffee. Another thing that I highly recommend is USANA's Rev. It's also a healthy energy drink. So most people, when they're taking energy drinks, they're full of sugar and they get that crash afterwards, and they're super unhealthy. They're not good for your health whatsoever. The difference with Rev has lots of great antioxidants to it. It is not full of sugar, and you won't get that crash afterwards. You're just gonna have a nice, even, steady energy all throughout the day. So I love it. You could use it before workouts, or if you get that little lull in the afternoon and you need a little pick-me-up, they're great. You could add them to tea if you want. Some people add the little Rev package to green tea, but you could drink them on their own, which I do all the time. So this one's a carbonated energy drink that tastes, kind of has like a pomegranate type of flavor. It's really refreshing, especially on a hot day. And then the little packets like this, you just add to a bottle of water and shake it up, and it tastes like iced tea. And they're both super delicious. So if you want more information on these babies, you could always contact me and I can hook you up on how to get the best pricing on these healthy energy drinks. So enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy my Bulletproof Coffee right now. Ooh, that is super delicious. It's gonna give me a nice pick-me-up this afternoon. So enjoy your day, and we'll talk to you again next week. Oh, and be sure to follow me. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Finding Your Well Spot.